We're going to pivot on to our next topic, and we're going to start with a poll. And whenever we read you the internet polls, it's brought to us by our good friends over at PCC Airfoils. If you're looking for a job with career advancement and great benefits, well, PCC Airfoils is a leading manufacturer in Northeast Ohio. All locations of PCC Airfoils in Eastlake, Menor, Wickliffe, and Minerva are hiring for all positions starting at $18 and up, plus full benefit packages, paid time off, and a signing bonus. You can apply online at precast.com/careers to learn more. Game 2 of the Western Conference semifinals, Lakers-Warriors, was last night. We mentioned it earlier. Nowhere near as entertaining as Game 1, but as a non-Clevelander, I was curious how the Cleveland fans would react to seeing LeBron versus Steph playing in these circumstances. So we asked our YouTube community tab to vote on this.
All right.
No joke, over 3,000 votes.
Hey, man, shout out to y'all.
This is not a 60-second poll. This is a
I like that.
3,000 votes in this.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Our biggest poll ever, so
That's
shout
crazy.
out to you guys out there.
We
I'm
hit
not
a nerve.
Yeah, right.
Not surprised at the result by the winner.
Can I guess the result?
Yeah.
I would guess that more people are in Cleveland are pulling for LeBron.
Yeah, but what do you think the percentage breakdown is?
I think it'd be pretty close.
96%.
Oh wow, that strong.
Brad, what do you think?
Probably 70-30.
I was thinking 60-40
70-30 LeBron.
Because there's still a lot of LeBron resentment.
79-21 for LeBron.
Wow.
And I'm surprised that the disparity was that high.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, I'll tell you this.
No, Mikey. I don't know why you would think that, because
You got it really close.
I said the problem was here. So the people here hate the Warriors. And let me tell you, and they hate Steph Curry.
But now there is some LeBron hate.
Yeah, G just went 96%, and he's even more further off than I was.
Yeah, but I'm saying here, this is why it was 70-30, right? Because you got some LeBron hate here, right?
Sure.
But you got more people that hate. The Warriors left a bad taste in the city of Cleveland's mouth, right? For the start, I'll take you back to Steph Curry's wife when she was in here and got it going at one time, got that going, right? Then the Warriors, and people remember this. If you were in that arena, and every time the Warriors won the thing, they would travel in droves from the Bay Area, all their fan base, to these games, and then they would start chanting from the rafters, Warriors, Oh man, this thing like drove people insane. They hate the Warriors.
The hate is real. The hate is real.
I didn't think Steph would be rooted for more than LeBron. Like, I knew LeBron was going to win. I'm actually surprised Steph got 21% of the vote. Like, I thought it would still be more LeBron. That's what I was saying.
No. Because people hate LeBron, still hate LeBron too.
Well, there is a pocket of LeBron hate. I thought it'd be 60-40.
And that group that never dissipates. No. It stays right in that block.
Right. You're right. Yeah.
I don't care. 10 years later, like, I hate him. Right.
Yeah.
Because they ain't gonna never forget that day,
You
Jay.
know what's weird is typically as I've watched sports in my lifetime, I dislike Michael Jordan because of what he did to us.
Yeah.
But there was never a time where I couldn't cheer for his success once he wasn't playing us. Because I knew in the moment, and same thing with Tom Brady, by the way. I said all through Brady's career and all through Jordan's career, I'm watching the greatest to ever
That's
do
the greatest.
it. And as much as I dislike what he's done to us as a franchise, I got nothing but respect.
Oh, no.
And I am lucky to be able to watch this in the heart of my fandom for 20 years. And the same thing with Tom Brady. But I don't feel that way with Steph Curry. When I watch Steph Curry, all I say is, I can't stand that guy. I can't stand that guy.
Yeah,
and,
he's
you know, for us it's different because we had 4 runs at it with them.
I
Four.
know.
4 runs at it with them.
It's dissipated. It's dissipated with me a little bit. I hated him when he was here. When he was with Golden State and LeBron was here and they was going back and forth. I didn't like his mouthpiece.
I hate the mouthpiece. I want to knock it right out of his
I didn't. I
teeth.
just, he bringing his whole family.
Man.
They showing his moms, his wife, his daughter every 5
You know what's
seconds.
hard, though? Here's what's hard for me. He's like an exemplary human being.
Yes, he is.
And truth be told, he's somebody that I should really admire.
Yeah.
And I do admire him as a person. I have to say that. I can separate the artist from the art. I love him as a person. He's a great father. He's a great husband. He's a great family man. He's a humanitarian. He cares about his fellow man.
He
but
never
as a
says
player,
anything crazy.
No, he's not. He's not controversial. But as a player, he just angers me probably as much as any player I've ever watched in my entire life.
So for me, I enjoy watching Steph Curry play, right? Now, Dale Curry and I got drafted
Right.
the same year, so I'm Dale's friend, right? And so it's amazing how our kids are out here doing the thing, right? And so I just enjoy watching them play, right? Now I get what was going on in the meantime. Now, when he was playing Cleveland here in this thing, I was like, man, somebody better get this little, right? and I was
He's got
like,
so many ways to beat you.
but I could tell you, but to me, Jay, he reminds you, remember Elway with the Broncos here against the Browns. I hated Elway.
Yeah.
Hated him.
I still hate
hated
the Broncos. I still hate the
Yeah,
Broncos.
I did and I do to this day.
And I think the reason people hate Steph Curry is because he looks like a normal person that's dominating people that's like he shouldn't be
I
playing.
know, but that you would think that would make him more
Indeed,
likable.
right.
Hell, he can do it. I can do it.
No,
you know?
Jay, to G's point, it's more infuriating because you watch Steph and you're like, that's kind of the crap I pull in the parking lot.
Like,
when
come
I'm playing
on,
pickup
ain't
with
nobody
my
gonna get
friends,
to that?
And it doesn't work in the parking lot, and he's doing it against 7-foot giants and making it look easy.
And
He
See
actually,
that bounce pass he made yesterday?
he
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
makes some of the stuff he does look so easy. It's
know.
frustrating.
The funny
It's
No, like
frustrating.
he's not even out of breath when he's done.
The funny
Silly.
thing is this: the people across this country that hate this because your boy Skip always calling us little Stephen Curry.
Right.
They hate Steph Curry. I be like, what has he done?
You know what? He's won. That's what he's done. He's won, and he's won consistently. There's a little bit of an edge to him. He's the kind of guy that when you're playing against him,
Yeah.
you hope he hits you so you can hit him back.
Right.
And you won't be the bad guy because he hit you first.
Yeah, he's to me, it's insane to keep him out of the top 10. I haven't looked to see which one of the greats I'm taking out.
I know. I agree with that.
He got to be in the top 10. And
I agree
Steph
with
Curry tough.
No.
He tough.
I agree
Oh,
with
come
you.
on
way.
now.
I
Come on
used
now.
to, I used to
Very
say
tough.
that was blasphemous.
It's even worse. Like to me, there's two conversations that are no longer possible.
What's that?
The conversations are that somehow LeBron is not the greatest player still moving. That's out of here after he just keeps being 50 years old.
At 38,
Yeah, I'm
taking
sorry.
games over.
Nah, he can't. Second of all, is the Steph Curry slander where he's not a top 10 player. Because if you talk about Michael Jordan, here's how I heard this. I went to the Philippines, right? And when I got off, first of all, I'm bigger than everybody. So they think, for your size, you're a basketball player. I said, no. People, those guys are here. So they asked me everywhere I went, do you know Steph Curry? Do you know Steph? They say LeBron, Steph. Do you know Steph? They watch all of his games.
Yeah.
They shut down the city, and all they watch is NBA games, and they love Steph Curry. Now, I'm going to tell you this. If Steph Curry is loved in the suburbs, if Steph Curry is loved in the cities, and if Steph Curry is loved at AAU and across the world, and because he plays the way everybody can play, I'm sorry. Steph Curry changed the game forever. Nobody else does what he does.
He did that.
He did that.
He did that.
He shoot from half
Right,
court.
is he in your top 10? Because I'm with G. I don't know who I'm knocking out, and it's probably going to be the number 10 slot. But to say that guy isn't in the top 10,
It's getting tougher.
it's getting harder and
It's
harder.
getting
And
tougher.
guys, if he beats LeBron, first of all, he owns a really good record against
Yeah,
LeBron
he does.
head-to-head. And if we're saying LeBron's the greatest of all time,
So what?
I think he's like 36 and 28 against LeBron, or maybe even better than that.
So, Jay, they had them down by plus 30-some points last night. 35, 36 points they were down last night. And they were still playing the game because part of this thing is mental, right? Steph Curry's putting his mental aspect on LeBron. I'm going to wear you out. I'm going to wear you down
you know
here.
what? It was funny. It's funny you said that because when they were still in the game late in the third quarter, I was screaming at my television, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?" And then it hit me. You can't submit in the third quarter.
Nope.
You can't do it.
Nope.
That's a mental L that will carry into Game 3. And so I know. And by the way, some of those calls, against LeBron, he was teed up on one of them.
Yeah, he got teed up
I
on
just
one.
thought there were 3 or 4 calls that I'm just looking at him going, oh, this thing isn't going to LAO2. No way. No way ever.
So
That's the most sellable events. You know that, right? That's the most sellable.
I
It's
told
not,
you
it's
earlier
not, it's not
that
the
the rate
Knicks.
card for this Warriors-Lakers series is probably better than the average conference finals.
when you came up, Brad, the dunk when you came up in the 80s, the dunk was not only something the way you could score easy baskets. The dunk was actually a psychological move.
Yeah, very much
The
so.
dunk, like if you was on a break and somebody got it, the goal was to get Jordan on the break because the crowd would go crazy.
Yeah.
Like that was worth. They got to call timeout. That was worth the momentum. It changes like that, and dunks was almost worth 10 points. Now, Steph Curry was the first person
With these
to
threes.
to hit the dagger threes.
Deep threes.
The dagger
From
threes
5 feet behind the arc.
from 5 feet. It's demoralizing.
It is
It
demoralizing.
kills your soul because you look and you say, I got the shot hand up. I'm in his face. He pulling up, and I got my hand in between here, not touching him, and it's nothing but the bottom of the
You
net.
leaving one thing out, though. He doing that while he got the mouthpiece hanging
And they
out.
turned
Oh,
around.
my God.
And he turned around going down court, not looking. Oh, that's in.
And after he hit, he doing like this.
I
said, oh my God.
And then and by the way, the Warriors, hey, McNuggets, you should have known the Warriors was going to win. You know why?
I did know. I bet on them.
They switched. You notice?
Smart man.
You notice they switched that court? They went to the old Warriors.
The game one court. First off, we can
Yeah.
hold.
Yup.
You should never.
Ever.
Road teams should never wear their home uniform on the road, and the home team should wear white in the playoffs. I
Right.
hate these stupid
I
alternate
do
City
too.
Connect jerseys.
I agree.
And also, if you're gonna go to that alternate court, I don't mind the jersey. But don't give me the weird colored court. Don't give me
Yeah.
The alternate gray baseline.
Hey,
A basketball court is wood. It's hardwood. It should look the same color every
I agree.
time in every city.
Yep.
Stop with that crap in the playoffs. We're better.
When I seen that yellow court, I got flashbacks. I said, "Oh hell no!" Klay Thompson.
And-
Klay
and
Thompson
real
is hot
quick.
now.
And he
What's up,
did.
Mike?
Klay Thompson's already
snafu
hot.
by Golden State. They did a yellow out in the stands.
Yeah.
The Lakers were wearing yellow in game one.
Yeah.
No.
What did they lost? They did a yellow out for the stands, and the Lakers were wearing their yellow uniforms. Shame on Golden State.
That was a swing and a miss.
I'm gonna just say, so back to your top 10 comment. That kid's a player, and then but the top 10 is a solid 10. Now there's
Man.
real players
Man.
in the 10.
I know, but you know what? Here's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're talking about eternal greatness.
Yes.
And, you know, you could easily have 3 huge players in there, and I mean physical stature, big, guys that change the game. But when I look at Steph, and I look at his stature, it's like the way I used to look at Pete Maravich.
Just like that.
But I think he's a better version of Pete Maravich.
Yes, he is.
And man, is
Well,
that a compliment.
he's a better version because he's winning.
He's been able to win. Now he's got much better talent around him.
Now, just to be clear, everyone agrees on the 6, right? So y'all can put in the comment section who you taking out. So you already got Kareem, 1.
Number 1.
Bill Russell, you got that. That's out of here. You got Magic. You got Bird. You also have LeBron
And Jordan.
and Jordan.
Ho,
That's
ho, ho,
6.
ho, ho, ho. Stop. You're flawed there. Did you forget about Wilt?
No. I'm just saying. I'm not
That's
forgetting.
what I said.
Wilt is in the top 5 or 6.
So that's 7. So that's 7 right there. So you only got 3 people to work with.
Yeah.
I'm putting a 90-second timer on this because we could do the next 2 hours
Yeah.
on this by itself, and we have some other stuff to get
You're
to.
knocking Kobe out?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's getting tough.
What?
Shaq,
Steph wins this year. Steph's ahead of
Shaq,
Kobe.
Kobe.
Oh, then he's in your top 10.
Right now, Kobe's 10 on my list.
Okay, so
I have Steph right on the precipice.
so you're saying that with the title, Steph supplants Kobe.
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
So
I'm okay with that.
So you got Olajuwon. You got. I mean, this is getting tough. Shaq, Kobe. There's a lot of dudes up and down this list. People.
You ain't even say Oscar Robertson.
We ain't say Oscar Robertson yet. We ain't
Dr.
even,
J.
We ain't say Dr. We said you got 3 spots. That's why I get nitty gritty. I'm like, man.
Bird.
Tim Duncan's on there.
Oh, we forgot about Tim Duncan.
Steph's got 4 rings.
Yeah.
And
He's right in that 8 to 12, 13 range, and you could argue they're all
You're
all-time
right. We
greats.
could go
Like,
all
you could
day.
argue it's
We
all
could go all
preference.
day
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this: if he ends up winning another one,
He's
the
tough.
argument is over
It's
for me.
done.
As a 6'3" shooter, ball handler
Done data.
with 5 titles, and
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't.
Done.
Yeah.
I don't
Shout
know.
out to him.